What's good, man? Dontaesboxingnation and Shakur Stevenson, they had their back and forth beef going on a couple of days ago. And I just want to put my input on the situation. I feel like Dante is going like a little too hard on Shakur Stevenson. Like I see like the examples that he gives and like and as a fan, as a black boxing fan, Shakur he does like say stuff that I don't like, but that's not his job to be a leader of black people, and I think that that's an unfair standard that Dante's Boxing Nation is trying to put on Shakur Stevenson. You know, his Shakur is like 23, 24 years old, and he has like so much potential. Like he has like the trajectory of like Floyd Mayweather, and I don't think that it should be his responsibility to try to be a leader of a race. You know, he has to focus on his craft. He has big fights in the future to look forward to, a lot of money to make. It's like I feel like he shouldn't have time to be on Instagram and making videos trying to respond and trying to explain himself. It's like he responded to every little thing Dante said to him. And I felt like, the level that he is at what he do, I feel like he shouldn't have to do anything like that. And like he's a young fighter. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think athletes should be have to be like activist type, you know? Like some athletes take that upon themselves to do that, like Wilder, and it's like everybody ain't built for that, you know? And Shakur Stevenson, he, you know what I'm saying, is one of the best in the game. So he's always got interviews to do. There's people always in his face asking questions. Like I'm not Shakur Stevenson, so some things that he says I'm not gonna agree with. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't nothing that he really says is gonna make me not wanna support him or buy a fight or a pay-per-view or something like that, especially if the fight is worth it. And I get mad when Charlo and Tank and PBC fighters like they be dick riding Canelo instead of like applying pressure to Canelo, calling him a duck and calling him out on that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like Charlo, if I was like Charlo, I built my whole brand off of Canelo ducking me and shit, but like I don't even say it no more because like he's so much of a fanboy. Like it's just like why even push for somebody who ain't pushing for himself, you know? And all of this started because Shakur praised Bam Rodriguez, and Dante said that the more praise you give him, they'll put him on top of Shakur Stevenson on the pound for pound list. And like, I kind of see what you're talking about, but Jesse Rodriguez, he's like on the zone. I don't think Top Rank will put a DAZN fighter like that over Shakur Stevenson or like Anui or somebody like that. And Jesse Rodriguez, he just won a belt and defended it one time. Like I don't think he's near that status yet to even have old me to like justify putting him over Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, MJ, he's a unified champion at 122. Like you'd see him on the top ranked pound for pound list. Like, and he did all that in 11 fights, 7 fights, something like that. Like you don't see him like top ranked. They do that for their fighters, and I feel like Dontaesboxingnation, like I agree with a lot of shit that he put out. Like when it comes to the young black fighters getting denied opportunities because they're too good. You know what I'm saying? But like trying to prove one of these young black fighters as a coon, I feel like that's going just a little bit too far. Like they're too young to even understand political stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Like Shakur, he's from Newark, New Jersey, up in that area. That shit rough over there, and he made it out and he's one of the top dudes in the game. Finna be a rich ass dude, when he get in his prime and get some of these fights that we want to see him, man. I just feel like it's not his job to, be a leader of black people. He just got to focus on his craft and he don't have to explain nothing to nobody. It just, my point of this video is like, Dontaesboxingnation, like you're really exposing yourself that you got credentials or something with the PBC, but you're a PBC guy. I don't know what the hell the PBC is doing for Dontaesboxingnation, but that is who he's with because if that's the case, he can have so many examples on Charlo, on goddamn a lot of black fighters on PBC that be kissing other boxers, other races' ass, especially Canelo. Cause that shit be pissing me off. And Dontaesboxingnation, I know he's following the sport probably closer than I am. So I know he's seeing all this shit, and I don't see no reports on it. On none of these dudes, Dick, Ryan, Canelo, especially Charlo, who's the competition. You know what I'm saying? Tank Davis, goddamn, wore Canelo gloves and multiple fights. Floyd Mayweather had to stop the man. You know what I'm saying? Tank, he give Canelo props after every time. Well, last couple times he fought. He even said that he's Canelo, you know? And he did a video on it, but it was all like bashing Canelo, not like shaming like Javante. He pull out the facts on Canelo and all that, but he don't hold everybody accountable like how he just did Shakur. That's my thing. And I know for a fact he wouldn't have made that goddamn video on Shakur Stevenson if he was with the PBC. And that's my thing about it. And that's why I have to side with Shakur Stevenson.